What's up, guys, and welcome to another video of DevTalks with your host Travian, where we talk about everything engineering and technology wise. And in this video, we actually had something come up real recently, and apparently Tesla released a diner. So without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and let's dive right in.
When I look into your eyes, I see a love that never dies. Every moment, every day, I know you'll never end. Hearts entwined, forever true. Every breath I take, I'm loving you. I love you forever, yes, forevermore. Through every season, every shore. Hold my hand and don't let go. Our love will always gently grow. Forever, darling. Forever will be.
So I have a lot of things I actually want to say about this. I think it's actually quite dope to see something like this, right? I don't really see anything really too wrong besides what does Tesla know about actually making food, right? And what comes along those lines, and how is that going to look? I wonder how the food is going to taste. These are all things that I'm curious about because, like, Tesla's vehicle company, like, how do you guys know how to like prepare food? Is food even good? Probably not. I think it's more of an experience slash attraction type thing, but here are some things that I think it's good. It looks like it's like a drive-in diner kind of situation where you can just pull up your car. There's going to be a movie screen up during the night. At times, they might play different movies or shows. Who knows what goes on in the sense. And they have multiple levels. It seemed like they had human workers there, and it is a 24/7 diner. It's going to always be open, apparently. So that means they found a way to basically keep a place open, employ some people, and it's not fully automated. I thought what they were going to do is, I'm guessing since the Tesla bots aren't out just yet, but I wonder if they're gonna have Tesla bots serving people in the actual diner in the future. As you can see in the announcement video right there, the little trailer, you can go and look at the Tesla bots and walk through the halls that show what the Tesla bots look like and whatever. But I feel like they're gonna add a lot more automation to this diner eventually, especially with it being 24/7, so that they don't really run into major staffing issues and whatnot when it comes to this actual location. I think it's in California. Uh, when I first heard about this, but it would be amazing if people were more incentivized, right? So there's already an incentive for Tesla drivers to stop at this diner. It's probably going to be like a pit stop, especially if in your car, if you can ask your car like, "Hey, I want somewhere to eat, stop somewhere to eat." Hey, if most of the Tesla drivers are in California, it may make more sense, especially for the US. We got all these Tesla charging stations, so you guys can come charge your cars, come in to eat while you charge your cars, watch a movie or a show, maybe have a drink. Who knows what the full menu and stuff looks like just right now, but it looks like they did have little bar areas in a sense, especially at night. But what if also Tesla drivers got discounts on food that showed up there? If you were an owner of a Tesla vehicle or whatnot, you could get some type of discount to incentivize the drivers to come eat at your restaurant. And then also probably kind of give you some incentive to, hey, if Tesla has all these rest stop stations, and this is what I'm thinking it's going to end up going into. I haven't been to a rest stop in a while, so I don't know if they've been building a lot of charging stations at rest stops. And I'm talking about Tesla alone. If they do, I know they've been building it at a lot of gas stations everywhere around the US, especially Wawa's and like Royal Farms and like those big name ones that are probably around in your areas and wherever you're like located if you're in the US. But what if this is their like sample for Tesla rest stops, to where, hey, they have charging stations out the blue, they have food, and they're automated, they're all 24/7. They're gonna have robots come take care of you, serve you, make your food. And the reason why I thought I saw somebody saying something about the robotic stuff being in there, but for me personally, right, for me personally, I'm looking at this, and if I'm like, hey, if you do bring restaurants into serving, and I know some places already do this to some extent, but how are they going to mess with spills, messes, conflict, a lot of different stuff around that scale and idea. I wonder, I'm really curious on how they're going to deal with something like that, when it actually does happen. And when it comes to ordering food, how's it going to be? Is it like, so like in Japan, for instance, there's certain restaurants you go to where you have to pay at like a vending machine kind of thing, and pay for your order. You get a sticker thing and you put it up, and they'll serve you your food. Like there's no hassles or anything. That tipping isn't out there. So if you have a, and this is another thing, like if you have just your servers are robotics, you no longer have tipping, which kind of eliminates tipping culture in a sense for some of these locations. And do some people specifically go to these new locations to avoid tipping because they're just only paying for the price of the foods now? They're not paying for the tips on top of it. What happens when a lot more of these, and I'm not saying Tesla is doing this, right? I'm spitballing these different ideas and scenarios because when we see ideas on here, we want to dive deeper and go into what I think are impacts and things, like how I brought up, like, hey, maybe Tesla's trying to build up rest stops and they want to use this as an example, to build up these Tesla community rest stops or EV rest stops in a sense. But what how like electronics serving, like robotics serving people thing, if more of these stops come up and around and they're not hiring people servers, if more of society shifts to going to these more automated restaurants, how is that going to impact people who are servers and like bartenders and things like that? Maybe like only bartenders will stay in a sense for a while. uh I'm really curious on how long that's going to take for that kind of majority shift to really change in the food and service industry. I'm really curious on how many years away that is from being fully taken over and more of society just going to those things with little hassle and everything. The design of that Tesla place looked pretty clean and slick, in my opinion. There was it looked pretty decent. What can I say? Clean concept, and I believe it's already open. I think. Let me just make sure. Tesla diner opening date. Yep. Yeah, the diner opens at 4:20 p.m. today in Los Angeles. That was a day ago. So it is open already, for people to go in. I want to see some people do, yes, July 21st, and we're on the 23rd. So it did open on Monday. Of when I record this is going to be a lot later out. I do want to see people's reviews. I wish I was out there. If I kind of want to take a trip out there and do a review video of the Tesla diner. I kind of do, and talk to some people, get their opinions and everything. I kind of want to do it. I feel like somebody's going to take that idea. Somebody's going to do it really soon. But these are some things that I'm really interested in doing as much as when I grow the channel more. But I really think that this is dope. It's a cool concept, cool idea. I think there's a lot of growth, uh, possibly in this, and what Tesla can do and how far they can stretch it. But hey, I'm not gonna fully spill all the beans unless Elon gives me a paycheck and we grow up on grow up past that. But without further ado, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm really interested in what you think. Would you actually try out this diner, go see what it is? Do you think it's just going to be like a hype, like money grab, short term thing, or are people going to be going there more frequently? How long do you think this is gonna last? If you think it was a good idea, also, because if they have these service stations, like, hey, imagine if they don't even need to go to gas stations no more. They can just build their own stations and have food in it and whatever else and things. Yeah, if they start building their own fully functional stations in a sense, I think that's more aligned where they're heading to. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I really appreciate everybody who subscribes and everything. It's free. I really appreciate it. You guys have no idea how much it means to me. Actually, if you want to send me any recommendations on anything tech and engineering wise that you would like me to cover, send me an email at devtalkspod@gmail.com. Everything's going to be in the description down below as well too. So go check it out. Without further ado, peace. See you next time.